Hello everyone, it's me, Chaff Commander Coffee, back with another episode of Shogun 2 Total War Master of Strategy. Where we last left off, we managed to fix our broken crashing battle by dropping the graphics to potato, and we've finished off the Tozawa clan in a fell swoop. We didn't even have to fight their armies. We simply captured their castles whilst they were not expecting it, and then we defeated the rebel force. Thanks to the heroic efforts of Moromune here, one of our generals, the Commissioner for Finance, who we're now leveling up as a legendary warrior, because he kicked ass in that battle. I watched him do it. You guys saw him do it as well. So yeah. Aside from that, we're just going to continue where we left off. Teching for naval expertise to get our ports built up. Going to be focusing, these next few episodes are probably going to be a lot of ending turns and building up our finances. Not only do we want to have all our units recruited and be making a lot of cash, but we need a treasury in case hard times fall on us. Or we need to mass recruit units very quickly on the front line. That's something we may also have to do. So we're probably going to wait until at least 1570 something before we start moving out again on our next target, which I still haven't decided on who that is yet. We'll have to see how the political scape of Japan develops as we build up our finances. Okay, our monk over here has leveled up. He's now a level 5 monk. He can now take something useful, I guess. Demoralizing armies isn't too bad. We really want Persuader, because that helps him convert characters. We don't want him to incite unrest. We don't need him to inspire towns. I think we're going to give him Spiritual and Meditation. So that's going to mean that he improves the rate of our Chi Art Mastery by 6%, which is not bad. It means we research Chi Arts by 28%. That's almost a third off our research time. And when we build this Elder's House, that will increase further. So we're going to build an Elder's House there. That does actually help our economy. When you level them up, they actually reduce your administration cost if you build Elder's Houses. Which is pretty good, because we're spending quite a lot on administration right now. Anyway, we need to upgrade fields, because we clearly just don't have enough food to expand our lands much more. So we're going to build improved irrigation where possible, which is going to cost nearly all of our gold every turn, but we need to do it, or else we can't actually build any more buildings. Which, of course, is what you need to do if you want to make more cash. You need more buildings that produce cash, and you can't have those unless you got food. So yeah, one of the little nuances of a master of strategy there. You gotta have your food income. We can't get any more trade ships, so we're just gonna have to make do with what we've got. Currently, we're making incense, silk, and iron, which are all important stuff that we need to build certain buildings. In particular, I want to get this crafts workshop into a washi paper maker very soon, since washi paper makers are necessary for upgrading certain towns into like larger urban towns, larger farmers' villages, and also for upgrading the Elder House into a calligraphy school. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of building. So if you're not interested in watching someone play the campaign map of Total War, this is what we're going to do. Just to let you know. Right. We could level up our markets now as well. We don't have access to luxury goods yet, which we would really like. because then we can upgrade the markets into goods exchanges, which make a hell of a lot of cash, and we can also train Naginata, Yabusame, and Teppo Ronin as well. We could build rice exchanges. They consume a crap ton of food, but they give town growth across all provinces. So all your towns start making more money. But the goods exchange is just better for income in that particular town. It is the worst of the two buildings, the goods exchange. The rice exchange is flat out better because it gives so much extra wealth. But because it requires... Oh, we've got a couple of units we've been... Oh no, that's the general there. Let's move these Yari Samurai down to Nobusawa. Looks like they're building up... Kasai's building their forces in the south. If they start moving them north, this army's probably decent enough to fight them. What I'll do is I'll swap out these Ashigaru and these light cavalry for some more units in Kusuji Castle. Probably these ranged units, since they'll be protecting a castle. And I think we can put a couple more units there. It's 4, 8, 12, 16, 18. Get a couple more. Let's take the retainers and put them in Hanamaki Castle. So this castle will never fall. That is an incredibly powerful garrison there. So, and we've got a good general as well. It is our heir, but we might swap him out for somebody else just so he's not in danger. You, Katakura, my commissioner for warfare that I don't care about. Let's swap you out. You can get some experience protecting the castle. We'll have our heir move over to Yokote Castle. Okay. Right. So we've got some more money, and we're going to use that to build up our farms where possible. Let's end the turn. But obviously you can see now, if you were to stack a bunch of rice exchanges across all your towns, you can get your town wealth to grow pretty quickly. But there are many ways, because Master of Strategies sort of increase the complexity of like building economy. There's lots of ways you can treat your economy. You can go for the town wealth growth style thing with low taxes and rice exchanges and focusing on ports, that sort of thing. You could build lots of the buildings that provide lots of flat wealth and have high unrest, and if you don't care about the rebellions, or you can drop the unrest in another way with Metsuke and that sort of thing, or monks, then you could have like just a high base income rather than growth, which is another way you can do it. Let's see. We can start upgrading our roads as well into canals, which are pretty good, because that gives wealth from all buildings. We can also upgrade our lumber yards, which would also increase our wealth from trade. We haven't got any excess food just yet. I do want to build a pasture there, but we're going to have to build up more farms before we do that. Over here, let's get another improved irrigation. I wouldn't mind building up the merchant colony as well, but improved irrigation is a big factor on our list right now. That entertainment house could be upgraded though, because that's not going to cost us any extra food. And we could build something here now. A Yuya is fine. Because we are going to get some more food next turn. But some of the resource buildings are very expensive, upwards of 7,000 gold. Like the washi paper maker, which we need. Because it will provide a huge amount of trade resources, and everybody will want to trade with us. And every turn, our diplomatic relations with the other clans will be increasing, because our growing alliances, negative debuff, and Dishonored alliance will be going down. So we can start increasing our relations with the other clans. Let's grab intensive mining so we can turn those mines we don't want into farms and the mines we do want into money makers. So if we build a school here, we can train a Metsuke and it reduces our administration costs by 0.5%, which doesn't seem like much, but since our administration costs are currently 32%, it's actually a pretty decent amount, especially since that goes up as you level it up. Let's get a goods crafts workshop here. End turn. So yeah, a lot of ending turns. We won't be building any units whatsoever, basically. Since we more or less have armies where we want them, and I can't imagine that Date will break our alliance. If they do, though, we'll be at war with quite a few clans, but I think we can handle them. We've handled ourselves pretty well so far. Capture a province? No, we weren't going to do that quest anyway. Let's see. We do want some of these brothels, but this province has got a market, so it's going to get a fair amount of unrest if we do that. Yeah, we'll build it somewhere else. So yeah, a geisha house might be good. Saki house does make unrest in neighbouring provinces as well, though. We'll probably go for geisha houses, at least in some of these places. Now, this has a temple, which is going to keep the unrest quite low. So I think we can afford to build a brothel here, which will enable recruitment of ninjas, which we definitely want some ninjas. Ninjas are a lot harder to get in Master Strategy. Right, let's get a geisha house here. We'll want to start building our ports up into trading posts as well. Okay, and that's all our gold for the turn, so end turn there. So yeah, I think I'll end turns until we get to the end of the year, and then we'll reevaluate our situation. Hopefully we can stay at peace for that long. Staying at peace for a whole year, wow, that's going to be difficult. But it looks like many of the clans are starting to solidify their position. Okay, so happiness and wealth across all provinces or thriving markets for trade income to tariffs and town growth. Oh, let them prosper. Let them prosper indeed. Right, so we could... we're going to need some more money before we can build up that merchant colony. Let's see. Building roads wouldn't be a bad idea either. That would help. Yeah, that reduces unrest a bit more, so an OU would be useful for Yokote Castle. Well, let's build the calligraphy school up. That reduces our administration costs and the rate at which we do technology, which is a very useful thing. We've got 2,000 gold spare. Diver's Village is going to provide a small amount of income. I think building a geisha house here is a good idea. So then the luxury goods workshop here will boost the geisha house, and perhaps the second building we build. We might build a urban town here. And then Namioka Castle, we might turn this into a farming village. Although this does have a market as well, so perhaps this will be an urban town too. Okay, let's end the turn. We do have some spare food surplus. It's not very much, but it is some. I think I might just end a couple more turns and try and get those harbours being built, because I think trade routes would actually provide more wealth than anything else, and more trade ships as well. So yeah, I'll probably just end the turn immediately as soon as it rolls over, so we can get some money saved up, get some harbours built. Okay, we've got intensive mining. Do we want textile techniques? Okay, took a second to load up that turn. Let's see, textile techniques, do I want those? I could go down here for the monastery reforms, that would be kind of handy, and so would the state agents. I think we're going to go for the monastery reforms, because that will help our tech rate, which is something that we're going to be... Obviously, if we're focusing on a sort of a peaceful expansion right now of our lands, then improved tech rate is going to be pretty handy. Or we could get that stonemasons being built. That's going to be pretty important too. Okay, for now we'll just... oh, we can actually recruit a ninja and a kunoichi. And we can get a Metsuke as well. Right, let's get some agents. Agents are pretty important. They can help quite a lot. Let's get the ninja. I want to start leveling them up. Kunoichis not as useful as ninjas, in my opinion. They inspire towns to improve public order. They can increase the loyalty of generals they follow. I can't remember how useful they are against other agents, but we'll keep one around, because why not? But the ninja I definitely want to start leveling up, because we're going to need a ninja who can assassinate monks and other agents as we advance through the map. The Metsuke, we're simply going to get him to improve towns. We're going to have him sit in our richest town, and he's just going to camp there and boost up our wealth in that town as much as possible. Which I believe would actually be Hachinohe Castle at this point. Okay, so one of our monks leveled up. He's got a new retainer. Chance of being assassinated or zeal when inspiring towns. Let's go with the chance to be assassinated. And inspire armies, and we'll give you a point in Pilgrim as well. Okie dokie. So we've got our Metsuke. Let's take a look at our list of towns. We'll find our richest town. Toko Castle is our richest town currently. Doesn't have... Oh, it's because it has the Sake farm, I should think. Yamagata's pretty wealthy. Hiyama Castle's fairly wealthy. But I think Hachinohe is going to be our wealthiest. We're going to focus a lot of income on building up Hachinohe Castle. So we're going to have our Metsuke come over there to oversee the settlement. He's going to try and jump between settlements because he'll get experience whilst he's hanging around in them. The same with the ninja. And the kunoichi. Oh, she can't do anything with towns. Can she do things with armies? Good question. No. Are you just simply for assassinating people? Yes, you are. Okay. Is she effectively a geisha? Because geisha are pretty overpowered. I'd be surprised if I had a geisha already. But we'll move her down and see what she can do. Right. Can we build the port up? No, it costs 5,000 gold to build the port up. Okay. So we will end another turn. Don't think we get any more trade rights with anybody. No. Right, I assume there are slightly less... I've never actually used a Kunoichi in Master of Strategy, so this is going to be pretty interesting. I would assume they're a geisha that's not as overpowered, like they actually die if they fail. Or they have a higher chance of being killed, rather. But who knows? Who knows? We might just be able to eliminate clans with our Kunoichi. Compassionate Buddha converts the population to, or ignore the omens. Nah, ignore the omens. I don't want to spend money on that. It's probably going to have a negative effect further down the line, but what can you do? Some of these provinces, you've got a mine that I want. About here, you've got rice paddies already. You've got a field, which you need to upgrade into rice paddies. You have surface copper mining that we don't care about, so we're going to get you to build a field. Fields make very little like coin when you build them over things like mines. They provide very, very little cash, but that's fine. Just have you march down here and just assassinate people. Metsuke, move up to Kasuji Castle. Ninja, move down to Hanamaki Castle and establish a spy network there. We'll just leave him establishing a spy network in Hanamaki Castle. And this monk's just going to sit there improving the armies. We don't need to start pissing off this nation by using agents on them. So if we take a look at our money, we've got 3,614 income. At the end of the term, we should have more, because we've got quite a lot of town wealth, especially with that event that fired off, giving us thriving markets. Now it's likely also that I'm building some buildings up that will also improve our wealth, but another advantage of leveling up the chi technologies for temples and stuff is that it will reduce unrest in all of our lands, so we'll be able to keep our lands a bit happier for a bit longer. Move over to Konohe Castle, oversee that. Oh, he couldn't make it. Okay, just go to Hachinohe next turn. It's probably because it's winter, he was slightly out of range. So, our Kunoichi, just keep marching down. Well, I mean, the only thing she can do is assassinate people, so it might cause a war with the Kasai, which I'd rather not, but I'm sure we could handle it if it did come to that. Ooh, we could build a provincial academy now. Rate at which all arts are mastered. Let's grab a provincial academy, why not? If I boost the taxes up, I will be able to build a market next turn. Not a market, a harbour, I think. Let's just take a look at the cost of a harbour. Wow! Oh, it's because you're a farming village, so you actually cost a crap ton to build that up. God damn. Probably should have thought of that before I turned it into a farming village. Well, in that case, we'll just leave it on minimal taxes for 2 turns. And we'll get that harbour on the build. Oh, I could always convert it over to an urban town. I could do that. Might be a good idea. Nah, it's alright. We'll just spend a little bit of extra gold doing that. That's probably why the washi paper maker costs so much to build in that other province. Oh, maybe someone's trading washi paper with us, and that's why we can build the provincial academy. Because normally you need washi paper to do that. I fully expect some of the other clans will start getting more trade resources under their control. So, okay, it's spring. We've been doing a lot of building. We can do some more. Do a merchant. Merchant colony is probably a good idea. That does help quite a lot with our wealth. But let's see. Oh, we need so much gold. We need so much gold. It's actually quite insane how much money we're going to need. We're going to be sat here building towns up for a while. Tell you what, last action we'll do is we'll try and assassinate someone. We'll see how this goes. Well, nothing apparently. Nothing at all happened. That's fine. She can just do it again next turn. Right, Metsuke up to Hachinohe Castle. Oversee that settlement, please. So, yep, that Metsuke will level up and inspire the town to make some more cash, which is good. Right. Aside from that, I think that's going to be the end of the episode. Next episode, we'll be doing some more building. Yep, we're going to be building for quite some time. We've got a lot of provinces that need to be built up. On the plus side, as you can see, there's a up arrow near basically all of our towns. So they're all increasing their town wealth, which is good. So yeah, we are getting richer, which is handy because we need to be pretty damn rich to pursue our goal of becoming Shogun. Right, it's been me, Chaff Commander Coffee. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.